what is the most challenging so far in your career?
That's a very good question. The most challenging right now, and I will say, I was talking a little bit about this before everyone joined. Right now, the most challenging part is getting the internships. Right at this moment in time, we part of our team, part of our staff is called corporate engagement. Corporate engagement works extensively and hard to make sure that the partners that we are aligned with have those internship seats ready and available. Of course, the economy right now hasn't been that great. And so there has been some layoffs that have happened, but it's also opened up some opportunities for potentially new hires, right? And right now, the moment is that if you have the skills, even if you have some transferable skills, right? And here's the thing, you don't have to be the perfect candidate. You may potentially be able to transition into a role that you never even thought of. And so that kind of thinking is what we're trying to change, where students are coming in very limited. By the time we get to the end of this training, they can transition into a whole different mindset and say, okay, this may not be something that I'm used to doing or have never done, but I'm willing to be open to this new challenge. And a lot of times I would say 90%, right? And I'm throwing that margin out there really high. It ends up being something that turns out to be good for them. It puts them out there, right? And it really makes them the best version of themselves, right? The best version of themselves. So I would say for me, the hard part is more not so the changing the mindset, but making sure that on our end, those seats are there. So those positions are ready for those students because we're constantly building them and they're constantly growing.
Thank you for telling us about the challenges, but also can you tell us what's the most rewarding so far? Like, what do you enjoy most?
The most rewarding part is not them getting a full-time position. I know that's the end goal, right? And people would say, yeah, that's definitely a great part. The most rewarding part is to see someone, even right now, during these first 8 weeks, the way that they come in, and by the time that they're done with their training, they're a whole different person. They're completely new. The way they go about time management, the way that they go about addressing feedback. Part of my organization, and we're heavy on this, is that we say feedback is a gift. Everyone receives feedback, staff included, right? Even the CEO. So when we're talking about this, we're talking about this component of constantly building, constantly developing. At no point, right, is someone stagnant. And to see that growth happen is where that's remarkable.